In a high-profile tax case, Pilipinas Shell Petroleum Corporation sought a refund of excise taxes paid on petroleum products sold to international carriers. But the Supreme Court ruled that tax refunds must be strictly construed against the taxpayer. The dispute began when Pilipinas Shell filed a claim for a tax refund of 28 million pesos in July 2002 for excise taxes paid from October to December 2001. More claims followed: 41 million pesos in October 2002 for January to March 2002, and 30 million pesos in July 2003 for April to June 2002. In total, Pilipinas Shell sought a refund of over 95 million pesos. The Bureau of Internal Revenue, or BIR, did not act on these claims, prompting Pilipinas Shell to file petitions with the Court of Tax Appeals in September and December 2003. The CTA First Division ruled in favor of Pilipinas Shell, granting a refund of 95 million pesos based on Section 135 of the National Internal Revenue Code, which exempts petroleum products sold to international carriers from excise tax. The CTA en banc affirmed the decision. The Commissioner of Internal Revenue challenged the ruling, arguing that the exemption applied only to international carriers as buyers, not to local manufacturers. The Supreme Court agreed and reversed the CTA's decision, ruling that 1. Excise tax is a direct liability of the manufacturer. Since Pilipinas Shell produced the petroleum products, the tax was due upon production, not upon sale. 2. The exemption under Section 135 applies only to international carriers purchasing the fuel, not to the manufacturers supplying it. 3. Excise tax attaches to petroleum products at the point of manufacture, meaning Pilipinas Shell was responsible for the tax regardless of the buyer's exemption. 4. Tax refunds must be strictly construed against the taxpayer. Without a clear statutory basis for exemption, Pilipinas Shell had no valid claim. The Supreme Court reaffirmed a fundamental principle: taxes paid are presumed correct, and the burden is on the taxpayer to prove a clear legal basis for a refund. Since Pilipinas Shell failed to demonstrate an explicit statutory exemption for manufacturers, its refund claims were denied. A defining case that reinforced the strict interpretation of tax refunds and upheld the fundamental rule that tax exemptions must be explicitly granted by law.